Hey Google, turn off the lights. And the room goes dark. You ask Alexa about the weather and she answers instantly. But think about that for a second. How does a plastic speaker in your house understand your voice, send commands across the internet, control physical devices, and talk back to you in real time? Today, we're breaking down how smart home devices actually work. No buzzwords, no marketing fluff, just what's really happening when you talk to Alexa, Google Home, or Siri. We'll look at how voice assistants understand you, how smart devices communicate behind the scenes, the real differences between Alexa, Google Home, and Apple HomeKit, and the privacy and security trade-offs nobody explains properly. By the end of this video, smart homes will finally make sense. What is a smart home? At its core, a smart home is just a collection of internet-connected devices you can control remotely, automatically, or with your voice. That includes things like smart speakers, lights, thermostats, locks, cameras, plugs, even fridges and vacuum cleaners. But none of these devices are truly smart on their own. What makes a home smart is coordination, devices talking to each other, responding to triggers, and running automations without you micromanaging everything. That's where the hub comes in. The hub, the brain of the smart home. Most smart homes revolve around a central hub, usually a smart speaker or display like an Amazon Echo, Google Nest Hub, or Apple HomePod. This hub connects to your Wi-Fi and acts as the middleman between you and every smart device in your house. When you give a command, you're not talking directly to your light bulb or thermostat. You're talking to the hub, and the hub figures out what to do next. How voice assistants actually work. Let's break down what happens when you say, "Hey Alexa," or "Hey Google." Step 1. Wake word detection. Your smart speaker is always listening, but not in the way people think. It's not recording conversations and sending them to the cloud 24/7. Instead, a small, low-power processor on the device is constantly listening for one specific phrase, the wake word. Nothing gets sent anywhere until that wake word is detected. Step 2. Recording the command. Once the wake word is heard, the device starts recording your voice. That's why you see the light ring or indicator turn on. Your voice is compressed and encrypted immediately. Step 3. Sending audio to the cloud. That recording is sent over your Wi-Fi to cloud servers run by Amazon, Google, or Apple. This happens incredibly fast, usually in milliseconds. Step 4. Speech to text. In the cloud, powerful AI models convert your voice into text. This system accounts for accents, background noise, pronunciation differences, and even context from previous commands. This part alone requires way more computing power than a small speaker could ever handle locally. Step 5. Understanding intent. Once your words are transcribed, the system tries to understand what you actually mean. Turn off the lights, switch off the lamp, and kill the lights all mean the same thing, even though the phrasing is different. This is natural language processing, and it's the reason modern assistants feel much more human than early voice systems. Step 6. Taking action. After understanding your intent, the cloud sends instructions either to a smart device, a third-party service, or both. If it's a smart home command, that instruction goes back to your hub, which then talks to the actual device. Step 7. The response. Finally, Alexa or Google responds with confirmation. From start to finish, the entire process usually takes 1 to 2 seconds. And yes, this is why smart speakers need the internet. Without cloud access, most of their intelligence disappears. How smart devices communicate. Not all smart devices talk the same way. Different devices use different wireless protocols depending on power needs, range, and reliability. Wi-Fi devices connect directly to your router. Cameras and smart plugs often use this because they need higher bandwidth. The downside is power consumption and network congestion if you have many devices. Zigbee and Z-Wave. Zigbee and Z-Wave are designed specifically for smart homes. They use very little power and form mesh networks, meaning devices relay signals for each other, extending range automatically. This is why smart bulbs and sensors can cover an entire house without hammering your Wi-Fi. Bluetooth. Bluetooth is usually used for setup or short-range control. It's low power but limited in range, so it's rarely used alone for whole home automation. Thread. Thread is newer and combines the low-power benefits of Zigbee with modern IP-based networking. It's more secure and built for the future, especially with Matter support. A real example, when you say, "Hey Alexa, turn off the bedroom lights," Alexa processes the command in the cloud, sends it to the Hue bridge, which then uses Zigbee to talk to the bulbs. That's multiple systems working together in under a second. Smart home ecosystems. Amazon Alexa. Alexa supports more devices than anyone. If it exists, it probably works with Alexa. It's affordable, flexible, and deeply integrated with Amazon services. The downside is privacy. Amazon has faced criticism over voice recordings and data handling. Alexa is for people who want maximum compatibility and don't mind trade-offs. Google Home. Google Assistant is the smartest conversationally. It understands follow-up questions, context, and complex requests better than the others. It's perfect if you live inside Gmail, Calendar, YouTube, and Google Maps. But Google's business model is data. If privacy matters a lot to you, that's a real consideration. Apple HomeKit. HomeKit is the most private and secure ecosystem. Apple processes more commands locally and doesn't use your data for advertising. The downside is compatibility and cost. Fewer devices work with HomeKit, and Apple hardware isn't cheap. Siri is also the weakest assistant in terms of intelligence. Which ecosystem should you choose? Alexa if you want compatibility and affordability, Google if you want the smartest assistant, Apple if you want privacy and security above everything else. You can mix ecosystems, many people do. The future. Matter and smarter AI. Matter is a universal standard backed by Amazon, Google, and Apple. One device, any ecosystem. It's slow right now, but it's the future. Voice assistants are also becoming predictive, handling things before you ask. Smart homes aren't magic. They're layers of networking, cloud computing, and automation working quietly in the background. Once you understand how they work, you make better choices, protect your privacy, and actually get value from the tech.